This one's a little different. This one is discussing how exactly they feel. Um, hmm This one, okay, so 1 second. Let me get to my right designation. Okay, so this one's a bit important. So basically, Putin in this case, you know, genuinely wants to be successful. I know he does, but there's one thing that he is not interested in. He is not interested in being the one who brings in the mark of the beast. And I just think that people need to respect that. Yeah, people need to respect that. That's not what he's looking to do. He doesn't want that. Mm. Well, I tried. Mm. Hold on. Let's do it one more. Let me try it one more time. There. Does that work better? Well, kinda. There. Okay, so basically, he's in the right. I mean, he's in the right place. I would say. Um, in my opinion, I think that when it comes to the whole doomsday thing, he's not interested in that, and I think that's why I think that Putin is in the right headspace. Like he's not the crazed old man, who has the red button, who has access to the red button, as people, with that ideology, that kind of thinking, want him to be. So I love the idea that that's not what he represents. That is not him. This is good that this is not him. He is not that guy. He does not want to bring about that destruction, that destructiveness into this world. He doesn't want to be the usherer who welcomes in that vibration, that energy. And people need to respect that about him. They do. They really do need to respect him. They can. I'm pretty sure they can respect him for this. hmm This is exactly where their mind should be. Hello. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Hello, Kaya. Welcome, Kyla. Hi, everybody. M. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I'm doing some energy clearing. I'm kind of like, I'm a psychic. I am working at the moment, but at the same time, I'm energy clearing because, I'm kind of clearing my head with the whole idea of, Putin. He wants to be the bad guy, but he doesn't want to be. There's a difference between being a bad guy and then being this outright evil. He doesn't want to be the one who ushers in like the devil. He doesn't want to bring in the Antichrist. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to even go into World War III, and he does not. He does not. Putin does not want World War III to happen. I'm so sorry to have to break that down to people, to tell people that. So it's like this is something that may not even happen in their lifetime. So no way, no to World War III. No, no, no way. For what else? Nuclear exchange. No, that's not what he's interested in. I keep saying that over and over. I don't know how many other times I need to say that. It's not going to happen. Yeah, it's not happening. Um, and oh gosh. So, okay, first of all, where am I from? I am an international psychic. I work with a top company of the UK, and now the top company I just started this year in America. So I'm at the best of the best, top two companies of each continent. Well, two continents in particular, the Europe and America. And um, but so when I okay, so what do you do when you're not reading? Obviously, people from all over the world. A personal psychic reading. So I'm a psychic consultant, a phone psychic consultant, and the various ways in which people have these consultations with me is video chat. Oh yes, they see me at work, one on one in a video chat form. Um, like a direct message. I can message back and forth with them. Chat, we can chat back and forth. Things like that. The message is kind of like an email sort of thing. And I get like 72 hours to respond. And then the other one is of course the phone. The right. So which the phone is that's the one that everybody knows. Phone psychic. You're a phone psychic. Just say you're a phone psychic. Psychic consultant. Right. Right. So yeah, I'm a phone psychic. Well, and video call psychic, a chat psychic, an email chat psychic. I'm also a spiritualist. My education is the University of Metaphysical Sciences, and I've also been just like I also am homegrown. Like the best kind of psychics and spiritualists are homegrown in the metaphysical spiritual communities. That would be me. So started very young in my teens, early teens, youngest, and we're reading for always reading for the public. So I've done this all of life. Okay, so now we got that out of the way. So with all of my learning and all of my abilities, I'm claircognizant, and I am an expert tarologist. And I understand it by way of, it's connection with the Bibles of the world, spirituality, metaphysics. Thank you. That would be Aristotle, the author of metaphysics, the one who coined it. And then, okay, the Bhagavad Gita, which I've done videos over, like talk about that. Very deep conversations. So that's my heart. That's where I'm from. And so why are you talking about Putin then? Well, I have different my abilities go up onto world stage level. So think of it like if I were in the Marvel universe, I might be considered someone who has the range to read for the world. So I can not like in the Xavier sort of way, but I mean just like I can I can read what's going on like with big okay, I just did a Bitcoin and I read about people who are nationalists contacted me about the different Bitcoins. That's when I just first heard of, this was years ago. I heard of when they were just going to put it together and start introducing it, to the world. Like Doggy Coin. They mentioned all of them, like several of them in Bitcoin. I chose Bitcoin, and right, so I did a whole live on that, so I won't go over it on this one. Yeah, and I also get insights about what's going on in the world. So, such as, like, I have predictions. I stated that um, Ukraine would do quite well in defending itself, things like that. And of course, a lot of other types of predictions. So, I don't know why I put myself under that type of pressure. Like, what makes me want to make these if you want to say statements or predictions when I could just be psychic and just be happy. I don't know why I do it is but I just my only answer that I have is that I'm just really great at it. I'm really good at making these predictions. And I used to get when I would do essays, I would get in so much trouble. When they say, as an author, or you're writing your essay, you have to also have the ability to make predictions. I took that literal because I grew up in the metaphysical, doing psychic readings. I took that quite literal and said, "Oh, predictions. Now that I understand." So I made predictions in my essay, but I wrote it in an essay format, and they're like, "You don't know this." It was so accurate. They clearly she the professor understood exactly what I was implying. And I'm telling you, that evening, just as when my abilities worked, when I released something, it like within hours. So that evening, we had that experience in the morning, and then at night, it was on the news. I used all my little keywords, vigilante, all of my words. And then the next morning, I said, I approached, I said, see, it was on the news, chapter 5, on the season 5, because people were talking about it. I was like, I had the essay on that. I don't know what made somebody talk about it. Brought the president up at that time. I said, I had gone to the library, I had researched it the way, and I found the information I was looking for in books. And my claircognizant allowed me to, of course, put that into words, and I even was able to source out the information. What I was told, you don't know this, you can't prove this until it was proven. And the professor knew what I was talking about to the point where she literally, now this is like outside of herself, because I remember it so clearly. So my desk was at the far end. So the door would be over here at the very far end, that corner desk at the very front. And I was approaching to collect my paper. I said, see, it was on the news. See? And she stumbled in, and I like took a step, and ended up somehow in front of my corner desk, way from her where she presents and teaches. And she said, well, you have to bring it down for the rest of us fools. I was like, I wanted to climb to this, reach for the ceiling and pull myself up. I was like, so from that point forward, she brought me in and worked with me one on one. So, and she was like, like, first of all, I don't want to process paper from you. I want a paper from you that's something interesting from you. So she made me do, I don't know why I wanted to show off that I could do process paper. She says, no, this is boring. I did my process paper was on mold. So I did a process paper for her, then turned around and did I think like what they call it, that, what, I think it was like a cause and effect, or like where you contrast between like two different things, and I did it on diabetes. She asked me, do you happen to have anybody sick in your family, like with anything? Yeah, that's more interesting. Do it on that. So I had to do like like I think it was like a cause and effect paper where you have to like you take and you compare. I don't know the correct name, um, but I think it wasn't a confrontational paper. It was more like a cause and effect. Oh yeah, it was like that's it, cause and effect. And so I did it on that one. And so she seemed to like she be okay more with that. So anyway, so that's where I discovered the claircognizant ability. And so today, this year, I'm able to utilize my claircognizant ability along with the AI. By the way, my real gift is remembering every single reading. So every reading that I ever have, I always remember the reading in great detail. I'm able to tell people, but sometimes people forget that they said until I state their statement, what they said in the reading. It's not like a total recall, but it's like as needed. Like whenever I need to, like a reading in a certain area of the reading. But initially, when a person reads with me, I 1000% remember that I've read for them. I can feel the energy. So, um, so that's where I'm coming from. Now, yeah, I'm coming from that space. That's where I'm coming from. That's my heart. Hmm. That explains it. So, hello everybody. Um, and we're only about 15 minutes in. We're at least going to be in here for an hour, at least for an hour. So, what I wanted to share with people is this. I just want people to understand that we are in a very good place. We're in a very good place, and we're doing a lot of thinking. You know, we've got I think I've lost track of the ones that I'm working on. I think that these were the two lives specifically that I needed to do, and then maybe I can come in and kind of like just sit with you all, maybe just I don't know. Uh, yeah, I tend to sometimes come in and just kind of sit in my life and do work, and I'm usually sometimes I'm very quiet and I'm like just kind of like preparing my messages and things. I love to write. So, and in fact, I'm getting to the place where I'm preparing to write my book. I've already have this. I'm going to do it through a flipping book. It's I know I could do it through the soft cover, hardcover back, but the flipping book is highly interactive. You know, you can add all kinds of awesome things, and the aesthetics is gorgeous, and it's like this flipping a digital book, and plus it's interactive, and meaning, people can I can add, questionnaires and quizzes. I can add, things that help people that help guide and that they can follow along. And also I can include video and things of that nature, imageries. So yeah, complete creative control. And again, the aesthetically pleasing and, like that user friendly touch to it as well. User friendly and aesthetically, the aesthetics of like is appealing, beautiful, beautiful colors. So I'm going to use that one to create the written content part of the channel. Yeah, that's going to be more offered as the channel monetizes, though. Yeah. So I haven't. I mean, I have lots of writings and things, but I'm always keeping everything, documented. And what I'm going to talk about, and there's certain subjects that I want to discuss. I've not discussed yet because I'm waiting for the monetization aspect because I want that to be presented to the members strictly. Yeah. So there's information, content rather, that I haven't even shared. And just to give you an idea of what I'm bringing to members, I have five directions in which my channel goes. And I started very early so that there's no sense of, oh, I thought this was just you reading tarot card channel. Like, why are you doing all this other stuff now? All of a sudden, what, you run out of content? No. So I started very early, so I wouldn't have to like create another a different channel. I don't want to create another channel. I wanted this one to serve, the five, well, all of the parts. So on this channel, of course, I do the psychic readings, and then I like to talk about the holy Bibles of the world. That includes the Bhagavad Gita, which is Hindu. It's monotheistic, etc. So pretty cool book. And of course the Bible as well, the Abrahamic faith Bible. And then the third one is I like to talk about metaphysics and esoteric, astrology, Kabbalah, all of those elements. Of course, I love making predictions about the world. And then, so when I make predictions about the world, that's going to be about like actually what's going on in the world. Um, Gosh, and that reading into that world, I'm finding out it never stops. There's always something coming up, always something. Usually, it's like be seasonal. I'm like, okay, now I got that out of the way. Now I can focus on other things. And that's like, gosh, now I'm receiving another message, and after like message after message after message. I'm like, gosh. So I have to be very cautious so it doesn't take complete over all of, like me maybe coming in here and just doing psychic readings. And then five, I just want to basically just come in and just turn on the camera and just talk to people. Just talk to people and maybe even have conversations about psychic conversation. So I am, what do you call it? I'm in a situation where, okay, so I had to make some considerations. I want to have fun on the internet, right? Going live, but I don't want, but at the same time, I'm a little bit in the public eye in a hush hush sort of way. So I'm not gonna be like, like being pulled up for recklessness or something like, that'll never happen here, So yeah, I'm never gonna be. I know all the terms. I'm not gonna. This is not gonna be a train wreck experience. I promise you. This will go before ever I would become that. And if I ever start talking about other people, that means it's really gotten bad. And most likely somebody, I've already suggested that somebody just in turn suggests that I just log out because yeah, it's there's no reason, and that just mean I'm in a bad place if I'm doing any of that kind of thing. Not saying I don't enjoy. I like. In fact, I pride myself with being a consumer of other live streamers of every kind, especially YouTube. And I am not a quiet uh, participant. I actually go by, like, I use this channel's, handle, like sign in. So yeah, so whenever I type in somebody's my favorites, actually, that's my channel's name. That's not like an alias name, like a one that I can just kind of go around surfing and say whatever I want willy nilly, because it has no that account is separate from my channel account. Now I go in there as myself. They don't, Um, it's kind of fun when they'll say like my name and they'll put it up in the third, in the and they'll like says this, and I'm always kind, so it's always kind words. I don't think they know how to really take me. They're like, okay, you're psychic, but you're here. Like, why are you here? Kind of feeling, give me that vibe. Well, that was very generous of you to say, not nice of you to say. So and they leave it at that, and but yeah, so I like that part. So I enjoy, from time to time visiting people, consuming other people's content. I do, but when I come here, I don't talk about any of the things. Even if I disagree, I would never bring up that information here. So I'll never be like, so and so said this and I disagree with it. I don't go to people's channel to disagree with them and pull information on them and come bring it to my channel, because there's so many things that I want to talk about on my channel. And it has nothing to do with what I disagree with another person. You know, because I can disagree right then and there. I don't need to make a story about it. Myself, particularly, I don't think I need to. So I won't. If I do it, that and it turns into like a fight. Yeah, that means I'm in a bad place, and I probably need to be requested to just sign out. Go to the sign out button and click it. Take a time out. You know, because that means I have lost it, and I run out of things, and I will never run out of information to talk about. So anyway, so most likely, rather than talking about, I would end up talking about how I'm not addressing things and why there's no need for me to, than me to be putting that information, like, rather than blasting everything or everyone. Okay, so there's that. Not gonna be a train wreck, as in I didn't come this far, to have like, things come out about me, myself. I've been very meticulously cautious and discriminatory even to assure that I would have a very clean public image. So for my industry as a spiritualist, I don't want to be a teacher. So I don't consider myself a guru, but I do help people. And I don't really, as you know, as you can tell, I don't have the patience to run a coven. I don't have a patience to run an occult because I just cannot deal with, you know, I always expect people to know what in the world they're talking about. And then whenever I say something, um, you know, I don't have to like say it over and over and over. So I don't have an occult person leader personality, and I don't like to just to talk just to hear myself speak. So I don't like repeating things, and I don't really like the whole, you know, overly empathic uh, connection to people. In fact, I don't even have I do not have possess the ability to be empathic, so to speak. So I can't like feel you or establish a connection with you. I connect by way of sound. Even if it's through the message, there's like the tone in the message that people chat to me, that's what I connect that way. And right, so uh, yeah. Um, so yeah, so that's not gonna be me. I promise you. That'll never happen for me. I'm gonna be more like always like a solo practitioner who is, you know, have years, decades of experience and actually working with the top companies that would be considered, you know, uh, you want to be considered at the of excellence. Professional, they use the word professional. Some companies use premier, they use the word premier, which means first, you know, to be the best. But this company they prefer words, the actual words are for that I behave like a professional and an expert. And I'm also in a position where I can continue my metaphysical and spiritual and psychic, and also obviously just education, general education, furthering my education generally in life, in all aspects, and practicalities with money, is the same as with anyone else. So yeah, that's going to be more of the experience with me. So drama, when I use the word drama, I'm talking about was the drama that's going on in the universe. That's the drama that when I see it and I use that word, that's what you're gonna get. So anyway, that's what you should expect here. But it's gonna be fun though, I'm telling you, because it's safe. It's a safe space. It has to be. It's a safe space because it has to be. Because I don't want to get into any trouble. Easy. That's easy enough to say. And and I really love the people who I actually get to go and sit down and, you know, and relax, and whenever I'm being nourished with people's content and they are entertaining myself. That's what they said. They said they have a space, a niche. No one does it better than they, and they entertain, you know, and they host the people who support and follow them. So I like that, and I love the ability to enjoy them. Yeah, I love that ability in myself. And then you know, when I'm up to it, I can come in and do videos myself. That's it. That's all. So yeah. So no one needs to like if I do follow. Hold on, let me see what they're gonna talk about. So now you're gonna see how I read. I'll show you how expert does it. Welcome, Psychic Donald. Okay. Welcome, a pleasure of reading with you today. I'm Psychic Donald. Can I? Are you here for a psychic reading? Okay. Oh, wonderful. Okay, that's fine. You stay where you are. But what would you like to know today? Okay. Oh, yes. Now that I can help you with. So let me tell you. Yes, and first of all, this is a very favorable time for freelancers, right? Because this is a time of expansion. Now things are going to begin shifting with you, I promise, in a day or so. Because we're closing out this old vibe, this old chapter. And because we're going to bring in this new space that's going to be representation of doing great business together. We're going to do good business, meaning you're going to do great business with your clients and so forth on. That's what you've got coming to you. Now, it's been in a bit in the wings a little bit, and I know there's been concern of whether or not that it can happen that you will succeed, but indeed you will, because there isn't anything blocking your clients now. There's not a serious block. You're just waiting for them to arrive. That's what you're waiting for. But there's another catch to this. Though you're gonna see some signs of progress, most of this is relevant more to the turn of the year. I'm gonna just being honest with you. To 2025 is when things really launch and we're living our reality. We're like you said, to be a freelancer and to be successful at it, like be actually freelancing, right? The action part of that. Right. You're going to find that it's more steady and you can support yourself financially and through your clients, especially at the top of the year. That you'll get some traffic and you'll see some doors opening for you. That'll be nice. That will happen for you. Now, as you and I are talking, that will happen for you, or day or so. I'm talking about the 11th of December 2024. That's when you start to feel these shifting. That means you're going to become very busy for the remainder of December. And I know it's been a bit unreliable at the moment, a little bit of setbacks, but you've needed to network. You needed to network and kind of get out there. And it's supposed to be fun, by the way. It's supposed to be you coming into the midst of all these lovely people. And it's, coming in, you could say, entrepreneurs, I consider them to be leaders, or having leadership, at least the qualities, having abilities in leadership. And yeah, and yes, you've not you felt like maybe it's a bit unstable. You have to be very cautious, but now you finally get to celebrate the new wave of business, the new wave of business, and which is, they say, well, how realistic is this? Well, your plan is very realistic. The plan, the strategy to pulling this off. You're going to have the ability to pull it off, but you should be enjoying it. You should be enjoying it. Being a good sport in business, knowing that business is risky. Being an entrepreneur, you never know what the morning will bring. Coming out of bed and starting to work. You never know what the day is going to be like. They said, be a good sport about it. You get out of work, you're like, I'm excited for the day, the fact that I even get to do this, but know that you are going to get the results you wanted. You're going to get results that are going to translate into money. When I say results, tangible results, you're going to get it. That's what we're talking about right now. Okay, so I need to read this other one. This one's so important for you. So we're gonna take a look into the glimpse of like what you have coming to you in terms of success. And hopefully we can see what's going on over the maybe this week actually, because I know that it's gonna get quite busy for you. And they said it will come in the form of, they say you're going in the right way, first of all, and unreliable. Huh? They said, okay, this is twice over. You're getting you need to promote more. We know you need a network. You know you need a network. That goes hand in hand. But promoting your self promotion, and sometimes it's got to be selfless. And yeah, yes, you do get networking on both. I'm doing two different styles of reading, and that's like back to back. These are two key factors for you to have a healthy business. You need to also write a healthy business plan. But they said you will. They said the universe is patient with you. And the people who's going to assist you with this are very nice, for like the helpers, and they're not going to let you lose your dream. You know, like some people you get around them, they're not going to let you forget what you said that you do. They're going to keep reminding you, you're an entrepreneur, aren't you? You're a freelancer, aren't you? You got a project coming up. Tell me about it. You know, they're not going to let it be fleeting. Your dream. No, they're gonna say no. You need to catch up with your dream because you're so close. Hang in there. You're gonna have that level of support. I promise you. I promise you. Because this is talking about the people who are going to be with you as partners, long lasting partnership. Absolutely. It's going to be amazing. And so I love that idea about you having the ability to bring to life your journey, to bring to life your journey. They keep showing me, they show me the symbols that represent the heart, but they also show this realm of like bringing balance and universal type of connections. And so I believe that you're going to connect with many different types of personalities, business personalities, or people who are wanting to work with you in some capacity. And I believe that's where you're going to get your greatest success. As you say, I'm going to turn things around, aren't I? I'm turning things around like 1,000% you are. You're going to turn it around for yourself. That's what you're up to. And I want to say that this is between, as you're going through this is like the 11th as we wrap up this year. Because basically tomorrow represents, it's like saying, so mid December to the end of December. So, right? So it's like literally whatever's left of the year. This is the way we're going to finish out. And then we enter into the new year with all of these promises intact because we know that we've got good things going. But they also mentioned that you had to go this route. It was so important to rely on this. I know it seemingly, it feels like, how can I rely on it? You know, what if something happens and then there's a setback? I can't take another hit. Well, let me tell you, none of that's going to happen because this path is very clear. They're the persons and obstacles, they're not even on the plane. But we're still reminded of what could happen. But know this, when things good start to happen, it was meant to happen. It's not like a joke. It's not like universe, dangling here you go, the dream, and then it's a mirage. That's not going to be the case this year. This is materializing, coming into fruition. And yeah, so that's important. I just wanted to hope that translates well. Even though you might not be able to understand it at this moment because you need to experience that, right? Like there's one thing of saying, "Oh yes, hope that everything is well," versus everything is well because I'm seeing it play out before my eyes. All of my plans are holding up. That's different, right? Than just hearing about it and say, "Oh, I hope that it does." So I mean, we're going to expect, right, that being that the guides are true to you, they're going to tell you the truth. And if there was something that you needed to switch up, which in my way, I think they have already said it. It's just that I only have a little time that we're spending talking. I like to just incorporate it into the reading. So we kind of miss the fact that they're pointing out two things. You need to promote, you need to network. Those are the things. He's like, is there anything that I should be doing? Yes, promoting and networking. But you're going to do that. We know you're going to do that. Right. Uh-huh. Yes. You're at a higher level. You needed to be at the highest level of your understanding and for your freelancing so that you could excel beyond, you could reach the higher altitudes that you intend to, that represents this new wave, this new year, 2025. And by the way, this success is long term. This is long term. So this is not like, oh, for 3 hot months it was great. No, it's forever. This is, as we call it, permanent fixture. A plan that is long lasting and permanent structures in place that guarantee your success. That's what this is about. That's where we're at. And you can rely on that. That's what you can rely on. So please know that it's realistic. It indeed it can come into fruition. You know, they also you did get the part that I've been paying close attention to. This is more relevant to November. You know that like the celebration idea to celebrate the idea that you can go forward and that there's a pathway forward that has already taken place. So I already know that you're on the more like the coming into fruition side of things, being that we're on the other side of the okay, I celebrated the good news. Great news. I can now do this, go this route. We're on the other side of that in December because it's December. That was November stuff. We're in December now. And yeah, so what was up between like moving across kind of like what like the as we're moving to the today to the 10th, what was that all about? That the 20 it goes from the 29th of November to the 10th. Well, that why that energy? Why the energy? It seemed like you were constantly like I'm waiting for somebody and I can't move until they make a move until they get back to me. Yeah, that's what it was about. We had to kind of wait for people to come through for us. Or and it likewise there's something that we need to also move forward with as well. So everybody's like waiting on each other, and it's come right down to the person. So finally, that's what we're wrapping up today, actually. So it's a beautiful day because we finally get to say, finally, we reached the end of this, so we can bring on that new vibe. Because the new vibe is now that we are ready, let's start, let's get going, and we're saying, okay, I'm ready to get to work. And that's why I mentioned earlier, you're gonna be very busy. Michael, go ahead and get ready. Get ready to have a lot of work and a lot of interaction. Yeah, but that can be fun. I think I have a feeling that that's meant to be fun. This is supposed to represent how successful that the outlook. It's like, well, on the outlook surface, does it look like I'm going to be okay financially speaking and business wise? It's like 1,000% yes. That's exactly what it looks like. That's what's for you. Hmm. That's right. That's right. And you deserve it. You deserve it. Don't forget that. A pleasure. Bye. Okay. All right. So, yes. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Um. Yeah. Feeling. Yeah. Absolutely. Uh, it says. Panache. Uh. Panache and unblocking. Oh my gosh. How did you got blocked? What's up with that? Something blocked you? How the world did you get blocked? My gosh. You got blocked? What? Who gonna do that to you? Oh my gosh. Mm-mm-mm. Well, yeah, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. Hmm. Yeah, sometimes I like whenever I'm reading a person and I'm like helping to guide them, and trying to figure some things out. Things like that do come up. I just read someone and they kind of like broke up. It's like they broke up and they're just going through a lot and they're like distancing themselves from each other and things like that. Mm-hmm. One second. I'll be right back. What? My bad, y'all. I I had to make this a little warmer. Mm-hmm. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, so what I was saying, oh yeah, I help people, like they'll contact me and we'll talk about things and there'll be so much going on in that conversation, because like sometimes people, yeah, they block or like they disassociate from each other. Sometimes, like, people are trying to figure out where they're gonna stay, and I'm like, let's figure it out. Now, my practitioner side kicks in. I'm like, we need to start focusing on like ourselves. Like people are like, they like in their situation at the time when they call, they're like asking questions like, no, like I respect your ability to ask the questions that you will like. But sometimes we're asking the wrong questions. So I'm like, first of all, let's embrace our power. So I always try to leave, I leave people better than the way I found them. And then by doing so, the person that who they're involved with will have to respect them. We'll have to look at them differently. And then if they then by the time they start to receiving their power, it's like, do they even want to go back? Because I'm like, they realize, wow, that they're so empowered. What can they not do? So yeah, or who could they not be with? Who wouldn't want to be with them now that they are rested in their power? So I always do that, and of course, and answer the psychic prediction side. Um, but what people sometimes don't understand, there's psychic prediction, but sometimes there are things that we can do that will bring about a psychic prediction. So sometimes, and when that happens, it comes with an instruction. And I guide people that way. So whenever I say guide, spiritually guide a person, I'm guiding them for they to have their power. They never lost it. So I won't say their power back. They're just not currently active in their life. Mm-hmm. So I help people to unify within themselves, and I can reconnect people, but then another question that is not too often asked. Okay, you get together, then now what? So I look, okay, what's the quality of that relationship going to be like? So if a person is on their way to getting back together, my goal is I want to help with the quality, the the make sure we get this right, the quality of the relationship to be greater than the way you enter into the reading, and then people will call me back and say, "Oh, it's going really well." Like like one of my couples, the boyfriend helped the girlfriend dye her hair. you know. Now that may not sound like much, but that's a great deal. That's a great deal. For them, for the two of them. And oh my gosh, they passionately, like they're the couple you don't want it. They're so, because it can be really toxic for a person trying to come in, who comes in between the two of them. You don't want to be that friend of his or girlfriend of hers who happen to get caught up in the middle of those two people. Oh, it's toxic. You'd rather not. They're that couple, but they're gonna do well. Um, there's a few things that could really heal the two of them. Sometimes people sound like I know they sound like I sound crazy, don't I? I'm like, no. So the base. Okay, so there's a lot of insanity going on. Like, I'm not talking to them, they're not talking to me, and we at each other, and blah 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 blah. But there's two things that fix this whole issue. Fix the floor is one of them. Fixing this, do what he says he's gonna do, and like he always, okay, he knows how to build rings. And so there's one ring in particular. So build this very specific ring because it has a lot of significance because they're not married. But they do this. He always builds her a ring, right? So he has to build a ring. And then thirdly, he needs to do something special, which he intends to do, um, because they have like an emerald ring. And I already told them the significance of that emerald ring represents the heart. She doesn't quite, I mean, she, for her, it's, I don't need to be married, you know, I love him so much. Like, you know, it's kind of that kind of talk. So right now she may not fully embrace it, or the understanding under the gist of it. But anyway, I already saw that he will do something with it at a later date on a different project. Yeah, so already a second ring is underway. He's trying to figure that out. Um, and then ultimately, you know, he wants her to be in a safe space. That's what he wants on his side. That's what she, all he wants is for her to come back by being in a safe space and be in a place where he can keep a husbandly, psychically, spiritually watchful eye on her. They are married, but psychically and spiritually they're married. So I'm guiding that, and those two these things, those three things, three or four things, that would answer everything. hmm So the good thing is we got him work. He's definitely got work now. He's like, you know, he's regular. You know, his chest is kind of has his chest out. You know, he's got a job, making my own money. Like he take his woman out and he get things, do things for her, and he's like, now that he's got a job, do you think he better than me? He's doing it for you. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. So help you? Yeah, I can. I can help you. Yes, absolutely. It's gonna get better too. Don't worry. Me having the ability to help people, it's gonna get better. I'll get better at it. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I intend to help you. Yes, I do. You know, right now I'm working on my time. Got so many angel messages or spiritually guided messages to send out. I've got so many because I'm receiving so many great calls, and I need to get caught up in those because those are individual messages. I believe everybody should deserve a message. It's only a couple of paragraphs per person. Considering that I'm one person, it's not like people are pulling me off like the shelves like hotcakes, right? So it's not like that. It's more like literally I'm working with people one on one. So I can it's only so many readings I can do a day. So when I get caught up, there's only so many messages per day I'm going to be able to do. However many readings that I do that day, and I have enough buffer time in between to get caught up. So yeah, I got to get caught up by the 12th. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh, I gotta. Oh my. I'm waking up. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh. I gotta amplify my schedule. I gotta revisit my schedule. The, the 16th. That means I have 4 days left. Yeah, I need to do the schedule. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be insane because it's like through the 16th to 22nd. So, oh yeah, so I've got like 4 days to get everything together. Oh my gosh. 4 days. Only have 4 days to get this right. Okay. Mm-hmm. 4 days to get caught up with my my spiritually guided messages, and I have to, sometime today, I've got to present, or for the rest of, for the week, I have to present my schedule availability because I'm being featured and I'm going to be very busy. And I said, make myself available as much as I can, which is more like a 6 to 12. So I can offer 6 hours per day. Oh, that's a lot. That is a lot. So I'm getting ready to take on a lot. And okay, well, it just got real. I said this is the last break. I can enjoy the rest of this day. So the 11th, actually. So the 11th, remember, tomorrow, midnight, actually midnight, this night, but midnight, which puts you on the 11th. Things are going to take off on you. Get ready. On your set. On your mark. All right? So, yeah, this is the last day of, I'm just kind of waiting. I'm waiting for a day to get in touch with me that I can do what I need to do. And everybody all sitting up. Get ready because it's getting ready to take off. Here comes the action part. Oh boy. Mine just got real, okay? It just happened for me. It's going to happen for you. I promise you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Where are we at here? That's my hour, everybody. It's been an hour. It was such a pleasure. I'll be back. I have to create another live. And let me see where I'm at. And yeah, have a great day.